Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The rambling wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will start this game off. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rivalry. When it comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
On first down, here comes this offense.
Easy.
Quick handoff. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. No, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. The Dogs left no doubt about who is king of the Peach State the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. It wasn't close. And listen, Georgia's had a lot of wins in this series. Georgia Tech's going to need to find some confidence, some belief. Something needs to go good early because Georgia has owned the upper hand in this series.
Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Sometimes timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
He'll pull it on the read. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the defense take a second.
I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing it.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
To the ground with the back. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Thompson to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job on that front ball to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Working the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got it fitting in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Thompson wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Coming after it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting...
Snatching inside the 20. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On the option. Now the toss. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Thompson to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Getting some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive.
Looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot. And if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is. And he's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try it on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Fourth down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The running back has it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Third down, and they'll try the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Thompson wants to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
Great job by the DB, seeing where the ball's going. Great. None of that sounds stupid. Of course, it's supposed to. A lot of times, the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ground.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Georgia going up tempo. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. Later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
From the gun on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. And as we wind down here in the first half, the offense will just take a knee and try to muster its forces for the second half attack as they trail going to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Georgia. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that.
Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Boy, he shoes up yards, man. That's really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground, and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
This time it's complete. Out midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Using his legs at split head.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Got his man. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You're going to stay aggressive here. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. The short hands, it's Higgins. Tackled immediately after the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Thompson to throw. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, I like the... by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. Pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He lost one down the sideline. Hits him in stride at the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what...
Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this run.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. Makes his connection. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
I mean, what a great route on wide receiver. You talk about leaving everybody in the dust. I mean, he left everybody behind him, runs the corner route, and to be honest, I mean, there is nobody stopping him.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Give to the back. Shakes off the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
As a quarterback, you got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown! Georgia Tech!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has been great because coverage is going to be right. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now and again.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And this defense has had a rough day. How about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, and maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out with the ball right back.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the dogs.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day Palmer don't like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's to at this point here, you're just...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Thompson wants to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DB.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game.